Amidst the depths of the North Atlantic Ocean, there shines an ethereal glow of bioluminescent sea life and neon lights, lining a submerged skyline of glass and steel. Beneath it all, there stands a man in a diving suit, though this is no ordinary suit, nor an ordinary man inside of it. Below the hard exterior, there lies a mangled mess, physically and mentally mutated beyond recognition. A Big Daddy. Big Daddies are the poster boys of Rapture, guardian protectors of the vulnerable little sisters to which they've been assigned, though this wasn't their original purpose. During the city's formative years, Andrew Ryan, Rapture's founder, commissioned lead genetics researcher Dr. Suchong to find a solution to the extensive amounts of strenuous and menial work that had to be carried out for the city's construction and upkeep. So the doctor and his team got to work creating a series of physically enhanced workers capable of operating in extreme underwater conditions. Two different variations were designed. The Rosie models, equipped with a rivet gun for fixing panels and windows, as well as the bouncer models, armed with a powerful drill attached directly to their arm. So that's what the Big Daddies were initially created for. But how did these glorified handymen end up being the protectors we know them as today? Well,
Suchong knows a way to recycle Adam from corpses, but can't send a little sister out to street unprotected. Suchong must think on this.
And how exactly were they even made in the first place?
You become Big Daddy, it's a one-way street. Take a man, graft the skin and organs straight into suit. Otherwise, your suit will not work.
The process is less than humane to say the least. What were once just regular men were subjected to a multitude of gruesome procedures consisting of extensive surgeries, intense mental conditioning, and severe genetic modifications. As Rapture's demand for Adam became unsustainable, Dr. Suchong proposed the idea of the Protector Program, programming the workers to become knights in shining armor that would protect the little sisters as they harvested Adam. The idea was to repurpose the existing bouncers and condition a bond between them and the little sisters, similar to that of a father and his child, dubbed the pair bond.
More angels, Daddy. This way.
This would ensure the two would stay together at all times. The idea was eventually pitched to Andrew Ryan, and after some convincing, the program was eventually approved. The Big Daddies and Little Sisters were unleashed onto the streets of Rapture, initially causing panic amongst the citizens with their imposing appearance and aggressive nature. They soon became a common sight around Rapture, and citizens became used to their intimidating presence. As the need for Adam grew, due to the population's reliance on it, more Big Daddies were commissioned to try and keep up with demand. The once vibrant city descended into chaos. Citizens became desperate, soon resorting to the unthinkable to fulfill their addiction, leading to the inevitable collapse of Rapture. In the years following the city's downfall, Rapture is now under the control of a woman named Sophia Lamb, and she, along with her followers, have produced more Big Daddies to help protect the little sisters in their never-ending hunt for Adam. They produced more bouncers, which earned their name from the relentless defense of the little sisters to which they were paired. These heavily armored bodyguards have a thick metal shell and a distinctive multi-port helmet adapted from old deep-sea diving gear. They tend to knock down their enemy and use their powerful drill to deliver a devastating melee attack. There's even some iterations of the bouncer that use their drill as a grappling hook, which can be seen in the Bioshock Infinite DLC, Burial at Sea. They also produced more Rosies, which are clad in a flexible suit with a tough metal chestplate and are best suited for ranged combat. Their arsenal includes a powerful rivet gun and proximity mines. Like bouncers, their suits are also adapted from old diving gear, though less heavy duty. The Alpha series is a prototype Big Daddy. These failed experiments were the first attempt at creating a suit specifically for the Protector program, instead of just adapting them from existing hardware. Unlike other Big Daddies, these subjects aren't fused into their suits. These purpose-built machines had the ability to use plasmids and a variety of weapons, though they weren't as heavily armoured as other variants. Many of the Alpha series subjects had incomplete bonds with the Little Sisters, so after losing them, instead of slipping into a coma as expected, they simply went mad and devolved into feral splicer-like creatures. And then we have the Rumblers. They come heavily armed with a shoulder-mounted RPG and deployable turret, making quite the change from the other Big Daddy weapon sets, primarily being made up of repurposed handles. Dwindling resources in a crumbling city led to a more rugged construction for the Rumblers. They're mainly cobbled together from what was available at the time, things such as leather straps and crudely shaped metalwork. They were more mobile but less armoured than their pre-fall counterparts. Finally we have the Lancers. Introduced in Minerva's Den, they were the pinnacle of Big Daddy design.
The Lancer is the most technically advanced Big Daddy that Rapture ever produced. Now it stands between you and the Little Sisters. And if there's anywhere that you'll need Atom to get by, it's Minerva's Den.
Created as a combat-focused model, the Lancers are clad in a finely crafted and heavily armoured suit to help them better stand against the perils of Rapture. They're equipped with the most advanced weaponry available, an ion laser, which fires a concentrated beam of energy over great distances with deadly accuracy. The increase in tension and hostility towards Big Daddies would lead to the creation of these stronger, more purpose-built and heavily armed Big Daddies, turning what was once merely an adapted tool of maintenance and construction into what essentially amounts as a walking tank. Big Daddies stand as a testament to the once great city's descent into chaos, mindlessly roaming the halls, harvesting Adam for a dying population. They now serve only as a haunting reminder of Rapture's former glory and its ultimate collapse into ruin.
Big Daddy, mega terrible stink, very smelly.